everyone, happy day wherever you are. Welcome to this happy and amazing positive moment. I am Jennifer from Personal Power Life Coaching and Life Living, and this is a happy moment. I got home about half an hour ago. I was in the city in a meeting, and for me, when I go into the city, it's usually a bit of a trip. So it takes 1 hour in, 1 hour out minimum. So yeah, was quite dynamic, and hence I haven't really had the typical routine day where I make my juice and just, have my flow, which we all have our routines and our typical flows, which is fine. Which means that I haven't had a juice today, but I did have 2 bananas and some nuts and dried fruit, which is fine. Now I am really ready to have a greens because I want to prioritize having natural raw, of course raw, but most like greens, because sometimes when people go raw, what I've been doing, learning in my research, and do your research whenever you make changes in your nutrition and in your health, really important and key, fundamental and crucial to do our research. And it seems that some people will end up eating a lot of fruit, which can be a lot of sugar, or they overconsume one type of food and neglect other types of foods. So I noticed that I haven't had as many greens as might be like very much optimal and beneficial. So I am now including more greens, and it started last night in the form, and I've always had a veggie in the day, like carrots. I love carrots and beetroot. I love all vegetables almost except eggplant. But in any case, I have my greens here, and I'm going to complement it with an orange, and it's peeled already. And these greens, for instance, the recipe for this one, it has last night I prepared it actually, and I drank half of it, and then today I'm doing the other half. And it has bok choy and Swiss chard, just green Swiss chard, not the rainbow kind. And I included 1 teaspoon of flaxseed, which you may be able, there you go. You can see that. Flaxseed for digestion and omega-3 fatty acids, which may be deficient in a vegan and a vegan diet, a vegetarian diet. However, I know for sure that typically vegans will run low on omega-3s, and some nuts have it, such as almonds and walnuts. I believe almonds, but walnuts I have seen on the list that has omega-3s. Chia seeds, flax seeds, and walnuts are good sources. And that's because I'm not consuming fish, because fish oils have that. So that's a tip if you're looking into this. And I'm going to mix it with an orange. So it's a peeled Valencia orange. Navel oranges are my favorite because they have a beautiful sweetness to them. And yeah, so I have not had a juice yet today. I feel pretty fine. The important thing is to eat sufficiently, because I noticed that if I go too hungry and I don't have enough calories by a certain time in the day, I may eat more at night, and that's not optimal for me. So really tune into your body and see what works for you, and notice if you tend to overeat at times. Is it because you underconsumed earlier in the day? Or is it because you've been depriving yourself of eating like a healthy, adequate amount of calories, and that's why we will binge and overeat. So sometimes you think, oh, if I deprive myself or I cut down earlier in the day, that way I can splurge at night. But you might be defeating your intentions to whatever it is you're working on, like maybe to lose weight or to stay in shape, or just to achieve a certain fitness and physique goal, or just to cure yourself from some autoimmune disorder or pain, back pain, foot pain, leg pain, arthritis, rheumatoid arthritis, osteoarthritis. Basically it's all pain, and it comes from the bones and the ligaments and the muscles, and that's all related to our nerves. And the nerves are conditioned by the minerals that we have, the amount of water that we have, and the fiber, healthy bacteria that signal healthy pathways in our body and our neurotransmitter system. So this is why natural, raw, ripe fruits and veggies are optimal. You don't have to be a vegan and you don't have to eat raw because it's not for everyone, and that's fine. But we can also make sure and be mindful, hey, it would be really wise for me, prudent for me to just, you know, feel even better. Maybe having those greens could be really awesome for my health and my vitality and my brain and my thoughts, because you're having more natural, God-connected, like, I don't want to say God-connected, but like earth-connected, natural, wholesome foods, okay? Like the orange. So that's at least my philosophy. So whatever resonates with you, you can take what works and leave the rest. Let me cut this remaining navel orange so that we can, yeah, so here we are. So I think you can see. So we're going to cut that out. So just cutting this in some pieces here so that they can adequately mix with the greens, which are already liquefied. And I'm also conscious of the fact that when we're blending things, that it may kill some of the enzymes, but that's okay because not all of them will be destroyed. We destroy more enzymes, I would say, by cooking the food because you're heating it and just you're killing the enzymes. And the enzymes, why do they matter? Enzymes matter because they are components that help us to digest food, that help the body to reduce the energy load that it takes to digest food, because digestion is actually a huge source of energy consumption for the body. So the more complicated a meal is, like if it has like a protein and a starch in the same meal, or it has like a lot of processed components, chemicals that are foreign, aliens to the system, a natural, organic, biological system, it's more effort and work for your body, which means more energy, which means that's why sometimes people have a big meal. You know, if you have a big meal with everything, whatever that is for you, you know, technically you should be, logically speaking, you should have plenty of energy to go out there and feel good and feel awesome and fantastic. But if you notice, not everyone has that effect, that outcome. Actually, some people talk about, oh, I had like a heavy lunch, so now I want to sleep. I have to sleep it out. So that really doesn't compute. But why that happens is because if you have a heavy meal that is difficult to digest, then your body has to send the blood flowing and the energy flowing. Your life force is prioritized and channeled towards your stomach. So you have your gastric acid, juices, hydrochloric acid begins to be produced. Your body has to generate its own enzymes. And if you have a compromised immune system, then it might already be tiresome and taxing for your body to generate those enzymes as it is. And the foods that you're consuming don't have a lot of those natural food related or innate enzymes because you may have cooked them out. Hence the importance of enzymes and enzymatic activity in the body. And the foods, when they're raw, more veggies and fruits that are in their raw state, they will have those natural enzymes locked in. Now, not all foods, not all natural raw foods will have the greater enzymatic content. Some foods like broccoli and carrots, they've done studies and experiments where they find that it actually, when you lightly steam them for a moderate amount of time, that you actually unlock the bonds that allow the enzymes to be more available, bioavailable, which means that they're more effective in your body. But not all fruit. Those will be broccoli and carrots, but lightly steamed, not fried, not boiled to a pulp. Yeah. So, without further ado, I suppose that is quite the informative message till now. And let's get started. So again, bok choy, Swiss chard, a peeled Valencia orange, and a teaspoon of flaxseed. And I think that is going to be sufficient. I'm gonna take out my Invisalign, and let's see. I have a feeling since yesterday I've been having a thing for vitamin C. It looks really beautiful, actually. And when you do it yourself, it becomes a whole experience, and it can really be a delightful moment for you to experience that and just connect with your foods, and just knowing that my intention in doing this is to have a wholesome, natural, raw meal in this moment. So as you can see, green, 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 vitamin C, fiber, minerals, nutrients, vitamin K, vitamin A, everything for our nerves, for our health, for following your dreams, right? Because when you eat clean, you think cleanly, and life flows from our thoughts. So let me just try it out. It's nice. I so recommend it. The orange is just enough, and it's not high in the glycemic index, so it won't raise your blood sugar too much. Not as much as a sweet, couple of dates, or even a banana will be higher. Even a mango will be slightly higher on the glycemic index. But when you want to make a juice or a smoothie with veggies, and you want to add 1 or 2 fruits, you can definitely include berries, blackberries, blueberries, raspberries. I think the blackberries and raspberries are my favorite. Strawberries. I've heard good things about wild blueberries. However, they're not as accessible around here. But no matter, you can still get your organic, regular berries. Let's not make more walls up than needed. And then apples are low on the glycemic index, as are oranges, which we included today. Pears, I notice, are sweeter unless they are less ripe. And I think the Chinese pear is slightly less, and green apples are, of course, optimal if you are diabetic. So there's a method to things, and you can do everything artfully and consciously, as long as you do some research, speak to people who are into the same things that you are, watch a lot of YouTube videos from people's experiences. Whatever will work for you and resonate will be your way, okay? And you don't have to do what everyone else does, but you have your unique blueprint. So it's a combination of what is going on with others, but also weaving it in with your unique path and your body, your needs, your culture, your geographical location. Okay, so this juice is really super, and the message of today is really inspired by love and light, to share something that hopefully brings benefit to you and that adds value to your experience regarding your health and your wellness and your whole life. And yes, if you have any questions or anything comes up for you, any thoughts, let me know. And know that you don't have to know everything. You can't feasibly know everything, even understanding, but you can start step by step, taking one area that you care about, whatever that is, and just taking one step today, one thought at a time, one meal at a time. Okay, so thanks for joining. Enjoy your juicing, enjoy your salads and your fruits and your healthy thoughts. Ultimately it all comes down to how much love we are infusing into our daily life, and gratitude and mindfulness, connection to your spirit. It all comes down to spirit, okay, and finding the answers within you. And ultimately trusting yourself enough to know that the answers are within you, and unlocking that divine guidance. So go ahead, be yourself, be free. I love you. Thank you for joining and inspiring me and reminding me to do this. And that's it for now. So see you tomorrow. See you later on my Instagram. I'm very active on Instagram with my feed. And yeah. So that's it, bringing benefit to the masses, one video at a time, one juice at a time, and letting life unfold as it may in the most positive of ways. Life loves you. Let's affirm that. Confidence, positivity, radiance, beauty, intelligence, love, unconditional love, and pure joy. So nice background music to cut us out. Cool. See you next time. Bye.